This is the Mexican artist who was born in Germany, fled to the New World because her father was a political prisoner, and then lived in an 18th century water tower which is now a museum. Originally from Russia, Jacob Kostakowski moved to Germany with his wife Anna. They had a daughter named Olga, who was born in 1913 and would later become one of the most iconic Mexican artists of the 20th century. Jacob, however, was a socialist who was imprisoned by the German government after the German Revolution for his political leanings. After he was released from prison, he fled to Mexico with his family, where his daughter Olga would thrive. Olga was only 12 years old when she moved to Mexico, but she would quickly become infatuated with the vibrance of the country, especially with the indigenous peoples and cultures. She quickly adopted Mexico as her home, and Mexico adopted her. She went to art school later, where she studied under Carlos Merida, but quickly dropped out. She met her future husband there, Jose Chavez Morado. The two would become a power couple in the art world, famous for their paintings, but also for their role in preserving Mexican art and culture. When she was in her 20s, she really dedicated herself to painting and changed her name to Olga Costa. She became famous for her landscapes, still lifes, and portraits. In 1951, she was commissioned to paint what has now become one of her most important works of art for an exhibition in Paris. The painting's title translates to The Fruit Seller and depicts a woman in a fruit stall selling over 50 different types of fruits, veggies, and nuts. The painting has since become one of the most iconic paintings in Mexican modern art. In 1966, the couple moved to Guanajuato, where they bought a water tower dating back to the 1700s. They lived there, created an art studio there, and housed their collection of art, which ranged from modern art to ancient pre-Columbian art to folk art, arte popular. When she died in 1933, she passed it on to the state, which turned it into a museum, which houses their massive collection of art as well as furniture, which was designed by her husband. And the museum is still open to the public today.